Take that, haters. Cristiano Ronaldo with a brace as Portugal thrashed Uzbekistan by 5-0. Stevie, you're one of the critics of Roberto Martinez and Ronaldo.
Yeah.
How could you get it so wrong?
Yeah. I'm afraid I'm still the glass is half empty.
What do you mean? He scored 2 goals, 2 good goals, took them very well.
Well, let me tell you why I say that, right? So you're playing Uzbekistan, you win 5-0. It probably should have been 10, and it could have been 10. And so Ronaldo is not going to get the opportunities in a real game against a proper team that he got against Uzbekistan. And he had an opportunity at 0-0, and the only reason he never took it, I don't know whether you remember it. Remember he was doing this.
Yes, running in at the far post.
The reason he missed it is because he didn't have the legs to get to the cross. That's the sum and size of it. That's the real bare bones of it. Now, the problem is, if he's playing against France or England or Norway or a bona fide proper football team, he's not going to get 3, 4, 5 chances. He might get 1. He might get 2. And so, if he's in the same situation again, he's not going to be able to take it because he can't get there.
But when Messi scored his hat-trick against Jordan, we weren't saying, yeah, but what happens when he comes up against a proper team?
The hat-trick.
Well, hold on a second. Hold on.
Algeria, sorry.
See, that's an important. That's funny you should say that. How many times have we ever said that about Messi, whether he's playing France or Uzbekistan or any minnow?
Jordan.
We've never said that. We've never sat here and gone, oh, well, he only scores against Jordan, but when he come up against France or England, he never scores. We've never said that. You know why? Because he's never been in that situation. Ronaldo is in that situation. Has been in that situation.
So you give him no credit for today whatsoever?
That's not what I'm saying.
Well, I feel like it's just been negative. There's been nothing positive.
What I'm saying...
You have not said one positive word about Ronaldo so far.
What I'm saying is that it's all very well when you get 3, 4 and 5 chances in a game and you take 2. But when you play in a big game and you get 1 opportunity, you need to be at your best. You need to be ready for it.
Can you say anything
I'm
positive?
not so sure that he's going to be able to take it.
About today's performance from Ronaldo?
Yeah, I thought he took both goals. I mean, it was great.
There you go.
He took them really well.
There you are. That's nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
Say something positive.
Well, I did.
Well, it took your time.
I'm looking at the whole picture here. We're not going.
Right.
If we just want to analyse this game against Uzbekistan, then obviously you're going to say he did well, he took his goals well, blah blah blah. But we have to look at the big picture. The big picture is, unfortunately for him, he's not going to be playing against Uzbekistan for the rest of this World Cup.
So for the next game against Colombia, which is a must-win game if they're going to top the group, you don't play Ronaldo.
I honestly don't think he should be starting for Portugal. Wow. But there is absolutely no question he's going to start.
But you wouldn't start him?
I wouldn't have started him at the start of this tournament. I would have had him coming off the bench. And if because he scores 2 goals, all of a sudden he's now the Ronaldo of 5, 6 years ago, if that's what you want to talk about, then I disagree with you. But in isolation, he played well today.
Ali, your thoughts?
Yeah, so Roberto Martinez has put himself in a corner in where now there is no choice to be made other than he has to play Cristiano Ronaldo. There was a choice to be made at the beginning of the tournament. He did not make that choice. The team struggled in that first game. It was going to be a big decision for him to bench Ronaldo. He was never going to do it. And when Stevie and I were talking post-match in the DR Congo conversation, we mentioned that, look, he probably should have been taken off the field, wasn't taken off the field. And then as we projected forward, the more likely scenario was that he was going to get chances to score against Uzbekistan. And I quote, we said, he's going to score a couple of goals. And now we're here. And where the monster of Cristiano Ronaldo and everything that Cristiano Ronaldo means and signifies in the game has put Roberto Martinez in a position in which there is no other decision to be made other than starting Cristiano Ronaldo. Now, there is no discussion to be had. And you have allowed this to happen. And to Stevie's points, now the picture or the whole picture of potential success in this tournament for Portugal goes through Cristiano Ronaldo. There is no other There's no other choice. There's no other decision. We cannot take a right. We cannot take a left. We got to go through Cristiano Ronaldo. And that now has become the topic of conversation about Portugal because they're going to have to build everything around him. And they're going to have to create chances for him. And in order to do that, you have to commit Nuno Mendes down the left-hand side. You have to commit Joao Cancelo down the right-hand side. You have to, your two wingers also committed to serving the ball to him. To Stevie's point, as we get further into this competition, and you're having to commit these numbers forward because you want to service and provide service for Cristiano Ronaldo, and he cannot create for himself, then think about other teams, high-quality, elite-level teams, attacking those spaces that you're leaving open. You're sacrificing a lot with having Ronaldo on the field, but now any other option is now off the table. It's obviously, this is his ride or die situation. He's going to go with Ronaldo, whatever happens.
I'm going big time on charts tonight. Did you see the chart that came up before?
Yes, I did, yes.
Goals, 2. Big chances, 5.
Right.
2 and 5.
Yes.
That's not Ronaldo.
Right.
2 and 5 is not Ronaldo.
Having said all of this, where do we stand on Portugal as a whole?
Well, again, the conversation goes through Cristiano.
Right.
And so, look, I think Portugal is a really good team that has a lot of talented players and is going to go very far in this competition. Today, Cristiano Ronaldo was the story. But to me, the bigger story is not so much that he scored the goals as much as it was how effective Bruno Fernandes was as compared to the DR Congo game. He becomes critical to them if Ronaldo is going to be your guy because he is the history-making player with assists in the Premier League, right? From this past season. He needs to provide service to Cristiano Ronaldo, and he has to be the link between the transition of this team going forward, playing the balls out wide, or playing through passes that eliminates lines of defending. It has to be at his best if indeed Portugal is going to achieve things that I think they're capable of achieving. But now the conversation has taken a whole life of its own because it's all about Cristiano Ronaldo, and we forget about the totality of Portugal.
I'm intrigued by the odds there. I don't think it's much argument France and Spain are a better team. Argentina as well. I think if England played Portugal tomorrow, Portugal would win.
That's. I think if both teams are flowing, I think Portugal are a better side. But England have got pace and strength that I think would upset Portugal's rhythm. You know, teams are not going to stand off. If you get in the face of Portugal, if England get in the face of Portugal, I think England's got more pace and more strength to outdo or nullify Portugal.
Right.
And then, of course, you turn over to Mr. Harry Kane up front. If Harry Kane was playing up front for Portugal,
yes,
Portugal might be the favourites.
Right, okay. But you would have England beating Portugal?
With your money, I would say just about yes.
Okay, all right. What do you think, Ali?
I think I would take England.
Really?
Yeah. There is an athleticism to England in the midfield with a guy like Declan Rice that I think would upset the possession of Portugal. And you think about a Vitinha, Declan Rice sort of matchup. Vitinha is a guy that likes to set the tempo for Portugal, and you have a guy like Declan Rice that can just run you ragged, that can disturb, as he did in the Champions League final, as Arsenal did to PSG in the Champions League final, that they disrupted some of the things that PSG wanted to do through the midfield. I think they can do some of the same things in the midfield. They can affect Portugal's possession and the quality of possession, and therefore they're going to challenge Portugal in the attacking half, and they can challenge Portugal defensively, where I think if Nuno Mendes is pushed forward and Joao Cancelo is pushed forward, you can get in behind those spaces, and I think that's where England can be very strong.